I try really hard to not be the referee, to not decide who's going to sweep the floors tonight. And I say, what's the controlling virtue here? Like, what is this virtue that's controlling the situation? Can I have a peacemaker? Can you just be generous? You know, it's better to, who did I tell the other day? It's better to suffer injustice than to commit it, which is Socrates' famous saying. It's better to suffer injustice than to commit it. I said that on Christmas Day. Somebody, I forget who, but
probably David.
Probably, but
maybe Patrick.
Problem.
I can't remember. But so parents need to, like, parents would just be better off if they would focus on pushing a virtue in a particular situation than resolving the situation.
But where did you get that from? Was your dad like that?
Socrates.
Same thing.
Yeah. I mean, my dad's very philosophical for sure. He definitely wasn't engaged with who was doing the chores. And we weren't even doing chores. We were lazy kids. Like it was yeah. But
shout out Grammy.
Shout out Grammy. Yeah.
Shout out today.
Yeah. We love Grammy. She did way too much of the work.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Kevin over there. Kevin had to do a lot more chores than I did.
Said the younger kids get the brunt.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Younger brother Kevin over there. He probably did get stuck with way more chores than I did. I don't remember doing chores. Isn't that terrible?
Kevin did them.
Yeah.
Kevin's also quiet enough. He would just take it and just like silently was cleaning, scrubbing the floors for hours. No one knew.
So it's like yeah, he was Cinderella up in the attic.
Kevin was Cinderella.
Yeah.
We know it wasn't Brian,
not,
so
yeah, it's definitely not.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? So I just focus, like, parents, when you're confronted with a situation, there's so where you ask me, where did I get it? I don't know. I mean, I am a philosophical guy, and I've, if Aristotle's kid had an iPod, that book's sitting over your shoulder. Like, how would Aristotle, his focus was virtue. Like, what is the controlling virtue of a certain situation? Like, parents don't have to solve problems. Like, you're not there to solve your kids' problems. You're not there to referee. You're not there to be a mediator. You're not there to tell them what course to take. Like, kids presented with 3 things. You're not there to help them choose which one to take. You're there to help them understand each of these situations, whether it's who sweeps the stupid floors, or do I major in accounting versus finance versus business? Do I marry this guy or not? Like, whatever big questions there are, it's teaching your own children how to view that particular situation through the lens of virtue. Like, that's the only reason that God put the stupid situation in your life to begin with. It's not to make the stupid decision, it's to develop a virtue. Like, every single red light we come across, every single road rage guy that flips you off in the car, every dishes that you have to get done, every test you have to study for, every conflict you have with a friend or a sibling over Secret Hitler or code names when you're playing, every single situation that a human being is confronted with is a lesson in virtue designed by the divine algorithm started 10 trillion years ago by God, so that in this particular situation, the entire history of the universe, the Big Bang and everything else in it, comes down to this particular situation where this annoying, aggravating, frustrating, obnoxious person is put into your situation. You have to make a decision about what to do in this particular fact pattern at this time, in this place, with this person. All of that was designed by divine providence so that this particular person, my children, me, you, can develop a little bit more virtue. Like, that's why the entire history of the freaking universe has happened. It's so that in this particular situation, your kid gets to develop 1% more virtue at this particular situation. That's why kids have to do dishes and homework and take out the trash. It's not about systems management. We talk about, it's not about, analysis. It's not about it's about developing virtue. And so I have not always done that with the kids, but I see so clearly, and I can't articulate it well. I need to spend more time figuring out how to articulate this more simply for people. But It's about developing virtue. That's what parents are here to do with their children. That's why we had 16 kids, is because God wants Conor and Ashley to help 16 kids figure out that every particular situation in their life is a virtue test. That's what it is. And you do it for however long you live, 20 years, 80 years, 120 years. Maybe by the time the little guys grow up, longevity is such a big thing. Maybe they live 125 years. Well, there's 125 years of an opportunity to develop virtue or to slip into vice, and it has an eternal consequence. That's what parents' job is. I'm not a stupid referee. I'm a virtue coach. I don't know what else to call it. That's what a parent is. Parenting for eternity. You are teaching your kids. This is parenting for eternity. Teaching your kids how to get ready for heaven. Sorry, this podcast was not supposed to be me ranting about anything. I was supposed to just listen to the kids.
I think this is only rant, right?
Yeah, that's the only one.
All right, that's the last one I'll do. Hey, thanks guys for checking out the Conor Gallagher Show. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, or comment, or whatever you got to do to support it. And I appreciate that very much.